welcome to Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein here on Nile TV International. Tonight we'll be talking about Azimat Masr, or the great women of Egypt, as His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi calls Egyptian women and describes them, viewing Egyptian women nationwide and also worldwide as well. Well, in his speech, the president he delivered on the Egyptian Women Day, His Excellency honored a number of women and ideal mothers and called for promoting greater political participation and also greater engagement by women in various sectors nationally and also internationally. The president stated that Egypt is in the process of building its renaissance, and in that regard, the state is in need always of the efforts of its daughters side by side with its sons in order to get that target achieved. And that's why we are talking tonight about Azimat Masr, as His Excellency the President names Egyptian women as they achieved success nationally. They notched up also that very success not only nationally but also internationally. Well, my guest tonight has been honored by the Minister of State for Immigration and Egyptian Affairs, Her Excellency Ambassador Nabila Makram, for the wonderful efforts that she exerted and a wonderful example that she sets abroad. She is a source of pride for us as Egyptians and set a wonderful example in serving those around her through her societal efforts and also through the establishment of an organization where she helped her community. Sara Amin served in the field of civil society in the most needy regions of Africa in general and in Kenya in particular, and she established her Happy Africa organization. Sara, we're really happy to have you with us, and happy, it's always the goal for all people to be happy. The Happy Africa organization is a great name and a noble cause as well. And first of all, congratulations on being honored by Her Excellency Minister Nabila Makram. Sara.
Yeah, thank you so much for this amazing introduction. I hope that I deserve it. Happy Africa is an organization with a big dream of making Africa happy again. So,
how can we make Africa happy again, in your opinion?
By working together and putting hand in hand, by looking into our differences as a source of power, not a source of distraction and abuse.
Yes. Sara, tell me about the idea of establishing the Happy Africa organization. How did the idea come to you, and who helped you in order to make it as an entity and so that it would reach the limelight?
I've been working in the field work, which is like the workshop and humanitarian efforts since I was, I think, 20 years old, which is like 10 years ago. Then when I went to Kenya as a volunteer for a project with an HIV center, I saw how they treat the funds, how they start using the funds usefully by, how can we say it, like they don't ask for money every now and then, but they use the money that the organization gave them the first time in doing projects which sustain itself.
Yes.
Then when I came back to Egypt in 2018, I started Happy Africa as a foundation, like a concrete foundation, with not documented foundation. Then we went back to Kenya. We started doing our boreholes. We made tons of boreholes in places where there's no access to water at all.
المرأة في مصر من 70 80 100 سنة كان ليها دور وطني عظيم. 2013 و12 تحركت دون استدعاء من أجل الحفاظ على الهوية، هوية مصر. كل سيدة مصرية بتقوم بتقوية الروابط في مجتمعها، بنشر المحبة بين الناس. أنا عايز أقول بس إن المرأة لما جينا نعمل لهم مشاريع كانت هي أكثر نجاحاً من الرجال. المرأة تمثل نصف المجتمع، فهي الأم والزوجة والأخت والابنة الذي يتعين الاهتمام به لضمان نهضة وإصلاح وتقدم المجتمع ككل. تحية تقدير خاصة للمرأة المصرية العظيمة، بنات وسيدات النيل وصانعات السعادة والنبات.
Well, that's great news, and as you've mentioned, the Happy Africa organization was mainly established with the main aim or the objective of helping people who are torn in conflicts also and over decades and even lack the simple daily requirements of their proper residence, their water supply, or even health care. So what is really special about this organization, in your opinion, is its objective?
And most of our donations came from citizens, like normal people who you can see every now and then.
Yes.
We don't depend on national funds. Most of our workers or officers are volunteers. So it's basically very, very human in itself. It's from people to people, as we can say.
That's great. Her Excellency Minister Nabila Makram honored you for being an example for successful Egyptian women. Tell me more about the encounter and how are you considered to be, as a young woman, an inspiration for young women at your age and also for youth around the world. We need this sense of volunteering, especially posing the challenges of COVID-19, those challenges that are posed. So we're really happy to have a young lady establishing a happy organization to help and making others in her community happy as well.
This meeting was very productive as we started Set Meet Ragil movement, if we can say movement. And this movement is going to change a lot. It's going to make everyone every woman outside Egypt capable of helping their own country and continent. Volunteering-wise, donation-wise, fundraising-wise, I'm not able to speak in the media projects we're planning to do, but once we have a good line to start them, you're going to be the first one to announce it.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. How do you feel concerning this great appointment as an ambassador for the initiative, an Egyptian woman worth 100 men, mainly focusing on presenting Egyptian women's role, especially abroad, a very important role for the young Egyptian ladies abroad? How do you see that important role supporting the national causes and also developing the communities where they live in?
The Egyptian ladies are very different than other international ladies. We are very powerful. We have imagination. We are capable of working. We can work. We love to work. And our mindset is totally different. We were queens thousands of years ago. So I think something in our DNA. But we never had the chance to work. By this movement, we can work. Now we have an umbrella to work under. So I think I'm very ambitious about it. I think it's going to be something different, something that's going to make all the Egyptians proud of themselves and the government.
Sara, we were talking about last November when the UN Secretary General had announced the appointment of Dr. Gheda Wali as the next Executive Director of the UN Office on Drugs and Crime and Director General of the United Nations Office at Vienna. We are also very proud to announce Ambassador Wafa Bassim, who has been elected to the UN Human Rights Committee. great examples of Egyptian women and representatives and serving the country abroad. How do you see this sense of message of the great message of Egyptian women serving the country and serving in international posts abroad?
It's better late than never. It's late appreciation of the Egyptian woman, but it's better late than never. We are very capable. We know how to think. We have this, as I said before, in our DNA. We were the queens thousands of years ago. We rule countries, not just foundations or organizations. So we are capable of doing this. We have enough education to do this. And we have enough skills as well.
Yes.
And experience. So it's our time now. And there's no community who can work only with one gender. You have to be balanced between the two genders that we have on Earth, women and men. So it's late, yeah. I think we can agree on that, but it's better late than never.
Yes. Talking, Sara, also about, of course, everything you learned while living and working abroad has made you today the one you are. Well, what's your message concerning the young ladies, a message that you would direct to them who find you quite inspirational for them, who would like to follow suit? What would you tell them today? And,
enjoy the pain.
Yes. What message would you like to give them today?
Enjoy the pain of everything you go through, because this is what's going to make you who you are tomorrow. So it's painful, it's hard, it's exhausting, yes, I cannot deny this, but it's what made me who I am today. You only have to go through this experience to become a better version of yourself. We all have it inside ourselves. As I said, how we raised and how we lived made us able to do this. So just enjoy the pain of the preparation.
Yes.
Give it its time, let it trust the process and let it go.
Sara, we were talking about the role that civil society plays, which is a very important role, as important as the role played by the government. In your opinion? Hello?
That's very true. Government work but the organizations like Happy Africa works in a very humanitarian way.
I thank you very much, Ms. Sara Amin, who really served in the field of civil society in the most needy regions of Africa in general and also in Kenya in particular. She was with us here on Nile TV International exclusively after congratulating her on establishing the Happy Africa organization. May Africa, our dear continent, will always be happy, and Africans as well. Many thanks for watching. This is Taghreed Hussein, and that was Exclusive.